Brian back here with a look at HBAR. Last time we were here, this is where we left the video. Okay, we ended up talking about this right here. Okay, well, 5 waves up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right, then we were looking for an ABC correction, right? So far, we have come down and we're sweeping up a little bit here. All right, I'm going to show you what more than likely is going on in here in just a second. Congratulations, number one, Bitcoin, new all-time high. Right up here today, it hit 109. Let's see, 109,874. All right, and from the videos yesterday, our target, if you go much, I think I did a Bitcoin video yesterday. If I didn't, I always cover Bitcoin because it is, it's your number one runner out there, and that's the one everybody's watching, right? We took a Fibonacci from the top to the bottom, and that was our target. That was not it. It was actually, I must be using one of my other Bitcoin charts. That has 1089 on it. It was 110. All right, it must be on this chart here. Let's see, I have like 4 Bitcoin charts, unfortunately. But my target was 110. Okay, we went off of this high right here with the fib, pulled it down. On this one, it's about 109 too. All right, but yeah, so we were right there, right in the same ballpark. And overall, Bitcoin is going to, we're going to have a massive move here pretty soon. We're looking towards, these higher targets up here for this thing. Right up about 130, 131. Okay, we are through the danger zone, right up through here, through the 618, through the 702, we're through the 786, and we're starting into the expansion phase here, towards higher numbers. But overall, we're looking for this thing to head up there. All right, and then we'll see what happens after that. Bitcoin dominance getting towards the top here. It's doing its retracement right now. I talked about that. Right there, you can see the retracement. I put a box here where we were expecting to get, a rejection and a turnaround. If we zoom in here, you can see it's right just about there. It's just about cooked, man. And then once this thing starts falling, get ready, guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Alt season. Got the break of this support line, the white support line. Okay, came down. Come back up for a retest, right, wherever she stops here, and then see you later. That's when our alt season is really going to kick off, okay? No question about it. I mean, I've been talking about this thing forever. I'm glad to see it finally starting to come, to fruition here. Looks like we might have one more push here. It could come up and retest this white line. Normally they do, or they run into a resistance, like out here on a weekly. We have a major resistance area right here. See this closing candle here and this closing candle here? Well, it's right at that area. It is poking through it a little bit, okay, so it's probably going to do, it might do that one last push, all right, and that would make sense with some of the other stuff getting ABCs and corrective structures. This thing, the target is about 64.5, all right, for this wave, and that should be the end. That should be the end of it right there, all right. You got the RSIs, I apologize, can't pull up on this chart. I gotta fix that when I'm done with this video. But Bitcoin dominance, and Bitcoin looks like it's probably going to be doing an ABC and correcting, and Bitcoin dominance looks like it might have one more push. All right, over on HBAR. And if you would, guys, please hit that like and subscribe. If you enjoy leverage trading, consider coming and joining level 3 membership. That's in the description of the video for YouTube. That will get you into our Discord, and it will get you over 10 hours of videos to teach you how to start charting, all right? How to use the fib, how to draw trend lines, everything, how to measure ABCs. 10 hours of videos. It's a lot, right? And that link to the Discord, we have over 170 members in there, okay? We have a great Discord community. We have 4 great setups today in there. Just the setups we have in there today, you would make your $15 back, you know, if they turn out to be winners. You know, we're watching them now, have alarms set on them, getting ready to jump on them. All right, they're wedges. We're just waiting for the breaks. And they're big moves. And there's also links for leverage trading sites in the description of the video. If you want to check them out or buy me a copy, that would be much appreciated. All right, here we go. Now over here in HBAR, we counted up these 5 waves. Right now, Bitcoin. If Bitcoin has done its push for a while and is doing a correction, you would expect the rest of the market to more than likely do the same thing, right? Get into a corrective structure. Well, if that happens, all right, we're looking either at an ABC here, or 5 waves down, or a breakthrough, right? The higher prices, correct? That's 17.8. Let's get this off here. Be a little bit deeper in that if it ABCs, okay? But, all right, if it comes up to this box, number 1, all right, if it comes up here, and nobody knows for sure. That's why I give you 2 scenarios, okay? That way you can watch for both. Give you an idea of what's going to happen. If it breaks this area, then it's heading here. You know, if it does this, then it's heading there. All right, if it breaks this box, 21,573. All right, then this will be your target up here. All right, up here, 25,667, right up in that range. Okay, now if it comes up here and gets rejected and does an ABC, then your target's going to be for an ABC right down here at 16,729 to. That's a 702 right up there. That's a 17,156. All right, so then we'd have this box down here. Where's the other one? I want to get this perfect. All right, right about there. Okay. So we'll pull this up here, and we will put a price target level on this. Boom. For an ABC. For a breakthrough and a run up, we'd be looking at you know, roughly up in this area here. Now what if it does 5 waves down? Okay, if it does the 5 waves down, I'd expect it to be done pretty soon, you know, and roll over. And that's kind of what I'm looking for here out of HBAR. Right, I think there's a couple other things out there doing ABCs, and I think HBAR might do something like this here. Right, you might get a 1, 2, 3 down to there, 4 back up here. Didn't violate this, right? It would have to stop right, you know, pretty soon. Like that would probably be it, you know. And your 5th wave down. Target for that 5th wave, right? If it gets to push the 5th wave down, you know, pretty much matches up with your ABC. 17.3, right down towards this box. Okay, about the same exact area. ABCs and 5 waves down normally measure out, you know, to be pretty close to each other. Okay, now if you look at the RSIs here, let's take a look. The 4-hour, right at the very top. You know, and it looks like it's trying to push up, and it could come up here, and who knows, might break through. Bitcoin might not be done yet. You never know, right? So I'm giving you both scenarios. The 8 hours still heading up, okay? Regular RSI, it's rolling over down here, and we have a red candle on here. 12 hour still heading to the upside, all right? So like I said, it could come up into this box, and we'll have to see what happens with it. The daily is almost corrected. You still got another day or so until that's turned up. So is a fifth wave down or an ABC possible? Sure, yeah, absolutely, it's possible. And your weekly, see where that's at. The weekly is still heading up. Weekly looks great. This chart just looks absolutely phenomenal, doesn't it? I mean, it really does. I think it looks fantastic. Up here is what we're looking for in the long run. 29 to 31. That's a regular retracement. That's a 618 to a 702. Regular retrace. You run up, you have your crash, retrace, and then crash. If that's all how it goes. Retrace, crash. Or we're going to have a retrace and an extension and head up higher, up to higher numbers. We'll just have to see how this alt season goes. It's man, I can't wait. And you got the monthly turning back to the upside, right? I mean, it's turning back up. From back here, 2021, you had the run to the top, the crash down, retrace here. And that's probably your retracement off of 2021. Let's see. Yeah, look at that, right up to a 618. Yep, right up to a 618 up here. Also hit a 50% with closing candles, but right up into the 618. That's a typical retracement, right? And this back here, this was the alt season here. Okay, so we're gonna have this was before the alt season right here. This is 2025. We had this run up, right? Crash. We're gonna have the retrace or an extension, and then we'll have the crash and another bear market. We'll just have to see how it goes. But in the shorter time frame, like I said, watch for this and be ready for something like this here to play out. Okay, right here. Right, keep that. Take a screenshot with your phone or whatever, and it has to break through. Roughly this area right here, 21 and a half, 21 and a half, 22 cents, 22.2. The higher up the better. You want to, because it could hit a 786 with a wick or whatever, something like that, but you want to see that box definitely taken out for higher prices, and if not, prepare, for some kind of correction here. But we definitely have 5 waves. And normally, after 5 waves, you normally have a corrective structure. Okay, that's how it goes. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. Please hit that like and subscribe. And I'll be back to you very soon. Thank you so much for watching.